Welcome back, folks, to Pokemon Fire Red. Gnezla. Anyway, on our last episode, we caught a Pidgey and a Rattata. Pidgey, because I like to call them sweet, and Rattatas, because Chibikari's favorite food is a Rattata.
No.
Yes.
Unless you want to bet we're not going to have these two, buddy.
Yeah, probably not going to have those.
Pidgey and Rattata.
The bestest of friends.
Yes.
Call them,
But we're going to be catching another new member.
Oh, yes.
or as I like to call them, you have them at the start just to get somebody else.
And only one of them is useful. So here we caught. It's a Mankey.
We haven't caught it yet. Ooh,
yes.
female.
It's Wayne Rooney.
Why yes.
Wait, why are you running
Unfortunately,
from it?
because gender does not matter.
Insert any sarcasm remark here.
A level 3 male. You're better off catching the other one. It was a higher level.
I know, but unfortunately, I don't. There's not much point in catching female Pokemon unless they're necessary.
Excuse me.
Female Pikachu, I choose you. I need a sandwich and a beer. Can you get it from the kitchen, please?
Ooh,
Thank you.
funny thing about the female Pikachu. You'll probably find out later.
Right, what?
And-
So explain to me this. What is the difference between gender in the Pokemon games?
Not much, unless you want to go for breathing mechanics.
So why did you pass up a level 5 female for a level 3 male?
Well, allow me to answer that question for you, Kara. You see, male Pokemon are used for fighting and battling, but female Pokemon don't exist unless they're in their pants holding controllers to their tits.
Hate goes this way, please. Hate goes that way. Or Chibikari decides to unleash hell.
I don't think it matters because it just they all look the fucking same.
It's
Pokemon
randomly
Pokemon.
generated for every Pokemon you catch. It's just like in this point, this like introduce freaking natures, which is
I think it's just better if just referring to Pokemon.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, if people are getting pissy about like, oh I don't want a male Pikachu, I was saying it's a fucking Pokemon. Get over yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I never bothered. I mean, half the time I'd name a Pokemon after I first catch it and then realise, oh, wrong gender, and then continue on.
Indeed.
So if you catch a Mr. Mime and it's female, how much of a mindfuck is that?
Well,
Well, the most appropriate thing to call it is David Bowie, then, isn't it?
hilarious. Anyway,
That's
you may have
magic,
noticed
Dad.
that in this game you don't get the Premier Ball as you do. This is taking full advantage of the original because in Gen 3 starting at this point, if you caught 10 Pokeballs, Kari would know this, you get the Premier Ball. It doesn't apply here.
I never bothered much with the Premier Balls.
I just stick to the Pokeballs until I get to the town that has the
Same.
other balls.
I usually go for the upgrade, which is the Great Balls.
Yeah, it's like, here, you have a Pokeball that might does better, but you do know that there's another town that has the
I love how we went from
Ultra
sexism
Balls!
to talking about bulls all of a sudden.
I've got balls of steel!
More like balls of fail.
No, Howard, that so far has been your job.
Fuck. Silence, Fluffy.
It wasn't fluffy.
Oh, silence, Kari.
Do you know what I find interesting about these early Pokemon games? They refer to these places as like Pallet Town, the Viridian City, and it just consists of 1 or 3 buildings.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like Viridian Campsite, or Viridian
They're more like
Yeah,
villages.
Pewter,
Yeah,
or Pewter Village.
It's usually towns or something. The city's not very huge. Of course,
Like, this is the problem I have with, like, Pokemon games on the GBA. Like, if this was on, like, the Wii U, they'd have, like, more room to expand, so Viridian City would look like a fucking city when you think about it. And not just Viridian small
Oh
campsite.
boy, it's a forced tutorial. Even though I've already caught 3 Pokemon before this, and I know how to catch. They throw this in for no fucking reason. Forced tutorials. Irrelevant.
I
since
think
what?
they threw it in as well to stop the speedrunners that are just running through with just a single.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
thinking
also,
too.
some people, if it's their first time playing Pokemon, particularly back in the early days, they literally just ran past not knowing where to buy the Pokeballs.
A lot of the people that are around on the message boards, they started their first games right about Ruby Sapphire, which are the worst games in the franchise, sadly.
Excuse me, Ruby was the game that got me back into the
Emerald
series.
for me, bitch.
You do realize I went through the whole damn thing and realized the text scrolling was off. The premise of the whole game was kind of shit. And the whole etc, etc, etc. This is where things are, like, simplified.
Absol.
You're a young man taking out a bunch of Pokemon thieves.
Absol, that is all I'm gonna say. That is my main argument, Absol.
You alright there, James?
No, I'm just watching and observing.
I don't
like Howard on the playgrounds of the world.
I am so scared.
Here we have a...
Caterpie!
Oh god, you ruined my David Attenborough impression.
Oh, I can't help it. It's a Caterpie. Everyone likes a Caterpie.
Here in the Viridian Forest, a Charmander approaches its prey and runs away like a bitch.
But we're not.
Until the dominant human uses a Pokeball to capture the defenseless Caterpie.
And trains it up to become an efficient butterfly. Seriously.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a look at the frickin' Skype chat later on because we've got like friends involved in this one, which
Yes.
we're not going to at the moment because I
See, the thing is, like, what I would do if this was me, I would just stick with Charmander in the Viridian Forest and burn.
Oh, don't
shits
worry,
all
I'm
the
probably
stats.
gonna do that too.
I usually don't bother catching Pokemon until after I beat one gym.
Why is that? Even though technically the gym we're going up against in the future is like technically weak to Charmander here.
Well, no, it's just like I like to have at least one main guy to fall back on and then start training the others, and when they get their asses kicked, the big guy comes along. Or as I like to call it, Dragon Ball Z scenario.
I kind of did a mixture of that, but with me, I tended to go after every Pokemon that I could get within an area, and I refused to leave that area until I had all of the Pokemon that are possible to catch on that.
Oh, you mean the X and Y
Yeah.
method?
I kind of gave up on the whole catch 'em all thing because I really just I did it once on Pokemon Red for the Game Boy, and I haven't been asked to do it ever since. Like, hang on. When this game came out, you told me to catch 'em all, and I did. And you come out every year, and you keep bringing out new Pokemon games. So no, I'm not going to catch them all anymore. I've done that already. I've got my fucking gold star. So go fuck yourselves.
Well, aren't we on a high box? Anyway.
Now I sound like Emma.
Oh jeez. Anyway.
Oh no, wait, hang on. I forgot to add something.
It's a Pikachu!
There's only a 5% chance on
Wait a
this
minute.
route.
Oh, by the way,
Make yourself
Kari, I had to
Emma,
spend
hang on.
10 minutes on this fucking road trying to catch this Pikachu. But, which is
Okay.
why we're naming this Pikachu Kari.
me
But
just make
I'm
it
going
sound
to
more
be the
like
Vulpix.
Useless
Well,
sack
no,
of
Vulpix
dog
the fairy
shit. There
one.
we go.
Anyway,
Much better.
we're about to catch this Pikachu. Hooray, we caught the Pikachu!
The only reason you decided to catch is because I told you to.
Yeah, and
Spoiler
it
alert,
was-
people, as well. We are also convinced Howard to get a Pokemon that we believe is absolutely hilarious and he thinks is utter shit.
It is utter fucking
But
shit!
we'll be saving that for a
I'm
later
staying out of
episode.
this.
And I'll be saving that rage for later on.
I just don't give a shit, really. I'm just here for the
Yes, quite. Anyway, we gotta train the Pikachu because we need it for a certain bit coming up. If you do decide to go west of Viridian City, if you want to go beyond Viridian City a little bit, you get to face your rival.
Yeah, I know you can.
Everyone fucking
It's-
knows that.
Everyone knows that. Is it optional, you may ask? I always thought it was optional. And if you do, you get high levels.
See,
so...
I thought it was mandatory for a while.
Don't you mean SBO mandatory? I'll be punched for that later. Horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, that scene from Airplane.
Yeah. Not pleasant at all.
Ah, yes. So,
Yay.
So who's getting Alpha Ruby, whatever the fuck
I'm
it's
getting
called?
them both, I always do.
I'm only gonna get Ruby just because, like I said, I owe it to the original game. So, I mean, if it was something new, I'd tell it the fuck off. But like I said, nostalgia,
This-
hooray, because I'll tell you what, I've got a funny
Oh,
story
oh, boy.
actually. Because gather around, children. I've got a funny story. I'm not gonna name this person, but a lot of my Facebook followers will know. Who
Oh,
I'm
I
talking
think I
about this
know.
Story. But I have a brilliant Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire story, which I'm going to share.
Oh, yay.
Once upon a time, we were in college. This must have been either 2002, 2003, and we all had Game Boy Advance SP, and Ruby Sapphire chip. And a friend of mine, who for the purpose of this story, because I don't want to name drop, I'm going to refer to him as Kara. So Kara had all these really rare and ultra cool Pokemon. And another friend of mine, who I'm going to refer to as Complete Bastard, had a fantastic idea. So we bought one of those cheapo link cables from Poundland. Yes, you could actually buy Game Boy Advance.
First of all, against our
link
rival,
cables
we're
back in
taking
the day.
Pidgey on level 9, your Pikachu at level 5, blog carry on news.
Anyway, so one time he went to the toilet, he left his Game Boy Advance in his bag. So Complete Bastard actually raided his bag, got his GBA, and transferred all of his super rare Pokemon onto his cartridge. And he came back while he was doing it, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm taking your Pokemon, fatty!" And so Karen decided, it's like, "Oh, I get it, you just want the data for the Pokedex." He's like, "Yeah, sure, that's right." So he gave him a bunch of things like, I think it's like the bug Pokemon or some shitty birds, whatever. And so when he finished transfer, I think he got his fossil, his legendary, and I think he got his starter Pokemon as well. And so Kara goes, "You gonna give them back?" And he goes, no, fucking legs it, and he still has the Pokemon to this day. I would be sympathetic, but Carrot's a complete cunt. So
You may have just a
whatever.
Squirtle's level up to level 9 here. This
God, I've been.
Pidgey.
The sad thing is, I think what I'm gonna do if I get my copy of Ruby, I'm gonna name my rival Carrot just for the hell of it.
I'm thinking if they had another release of Emerald, I would love to play that again, and because
Here's what they're probably gonna do.
Only if they call it Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, that's all what they're probably gonna do since Pikachu has fainted. the first one to fall for this LP.
I know how. Guess what? Electric speed water didn't fucking help you there, did it?
Well, it gives me the opportunity because it's paralyzed, and paralyzed Squirtles don't
It doesn't
do shit.
look like it's been paralyzed.
Hey! You can't call them that. The correct term is paraplegic Pokemon. He's not paralyzed, he's differently abled.
The only thing that's differently. Oh Jesus!
Pikachu used Static Shock.
Duh.
Pidgey is differently abled, it might not be able to move.
And it's level 7.
I'm gonna boycott Nintendo because how dare they use the word paralyzed in their video
Well,
game. I'm so offended. Your freedom of speech ends with my feelings.
Oh, boo! Frickety hoo, bitch!
But enough about that.
Moving on, we
Yes.
beat Blue.
I definitely the thing is though, going back to the
Curb stomp.
Alpha Red and
Alpha Sapphire, Omega
Oh, wow.
Ruby.
Omega Sin Red and Razor Fist.
What's probably gonna happen is what they did for Hard Gold Soul Silver. They'll just instead of Hard Gold Soul Silver, they're gonna use crystals like Hard Gold Soul Silver. Use crystals plot.
Come on, Howard,
Fuck.
you can do it. Get the cock out your ass so you can talk.
James. I was getting to it.
Dick.
Anyway, oh crap, we're ending the video, so I'll explain what I mean in the next part.
hopefully. No promises.
The penis is
Till next
people.
time.
Oh, Pikachu.